Hi there, I'm Artsy. Today I'm going to show you my 2021 bullet journal setup. I bought this beautiful notebook from Notebook Therapy. It's the Nara edition, with a light brown velvety cover and beautiful rose gold details on the front and the side. It has an elastic band closure, a pocket and a free little charm that fits the theme of each notebook. The notebook has a 160 GSM paper and a light grey 5mm dot grid. It also has two little bookmarks that fit the color scheme of the notebook. This notebook is available in an A5, B5 and original size. This is the original one. It's a little smaller than the A5. The reason that I'm so incredibly late with my setup is because this notebook took a while to arrive. I ordered it in late December and only got it a couple of days ago. So keep that in mind if you do end up ordering one of these notebooks. I wanted to do a pen test for all of the supplies I will be using, such as my Pigma Micron 01 and 03. My boyfriend got me the Crayola Supertips. I wanted them for a while now. You can see me swatch the 50-pack right here. I always think it's really satisfying to see someone swatch art supplies. I hope you guys do too. And I also swatched a couple of my Posca Paintmarkers right here. And my Tombow Fudanowski soft tip and hard tip. I wanted to begin with the cover page of my 2021 bullet journal setup. I wanted to keep it really minimalistic. I don't know why, I just always think it looks so pretty when people do that. And to fit the whole color scheme of my bullet journal, I wanted to mostly use brown and gold in my setup for 2021. And I thought it would be cool to kind of think inside of the art deco box, if you can call it that. So you can see that throughout my whole bullet journal to make it kind of cohesive. I used my gold Posca, but it was a little dirty, I guess, because it didn't really show up that much in the beginning, but after I used it for a while it became a little better, so I really like how it turned out in the end. I actually outlined the 2021 with just my Pigma Micron 05, I think, but I went over it with my Posca because I thought it would look a little bit cooler if it had a kind of a thicker outline. So my camera actually stopped recording on this part, but on the left side I wanted to do a monthly overview. So at the end of the year I will make some sort of puzzle with 12 puzzle pieces, and every puzzle piece will be the theme that I used for that month. On the right side you can see my 2021 at a glance, and I wanted to make the 2021 on top brown. And I used my super tip as well. I didn't really measure this out correctly, so you can see that I made some mistakes on May and August, so it didn't really fit there. But I managed to fix that off camera later with my white Posca pen. I wasn't really happy with the 2021 that I did in brown because I thought it was a little too brown. So I got over that with my gold Posca, and I think it looks a little better, maybe a little chaotic, but you just make mistakes, and I just know that I won't do that the next time. So I actually wanted to make this like a kind of hybrid between my bullet journal and a reading journal, because I have started a bullet journal before, but I just realized that I don't have that much stuff to do in a week. So I make beautiful weekly spreads and I don't use them at all. But I really thought that a bullet journal was helpful for me. But I have my schedule on my phone and on my computer, so I don't really need a bullet journal for that. So I wanted to track my reading because I read a lot since quarantine started. So for my next page, I wanted to make a playlist of the year. So I made 12 boxes, and for every box represents a month, and at the end of every month I will put a song in there, like the song that I listen to most that month. So my favorite song of the month, if you will. And I thought it would look really cool if I was done and you see all of the things just standing there and see my growth, like in my music taste. Like, what did I like a year ago? I mean, I don't know that now, and so I thought this was cute, so I can see it next year. I also thought it would look cool to add a drop shadow to every box, and I really was just seeing how the super tips worked, so it's a little chaotic, a little messy, but I liked it. Nothing's perfect, and I think it was really cool. So my camera was really weird right here. I don't know what the lighting was doing, but I have a new lamp, and I don't know what happened, but I think I fixed it. So I hope you won't see that for the rest of the video. For this next page, I wanted to create some sort of bracket. So I call it the Battle of the Books. So for every month, I will tell what my favorite book was, and then they go head to head, and I can kind of see which book I liked more from those two, and then I can see through this method which book was my favorite at the end of the year, and I thought it was cool. I got this this idea from Plant-Based Bride. So I will link her down below. I don't know why, but I thought it was cool to get January head to head with July, February with August, March with September, and so on. I don't know why, I just thought it was a little cooler, just a change from normal, so I don't, if I happen to read cool books month to month, then it won't be unfair to choose. For my next page, I made a wish list, because at Christmas I really noticed that I didn't know anything to put on my wish list. So I thought it would be cool to just write things down the whole year, because I will think of something and then I have forgotten it by Christmas. So if I write it down, then I will know it. I made it seem like those were little papers that were hanging on the wall with some sort of washi tape, and I don't have washi tape in the color scheme that I was using, so I decided to get a Posca pen. For this next spread, I wanted to create a books to read page. I think everyone who ever saw someone else make a reading journal knows this page by heart. It's just some bookshelves, and every time that you read a book, you can put the title of that book just in here and give it a color or whatever you want to do. I just color every book in after I finish it, and then put the dates that I read it on there, as well as the title of the book. My Goodreads goal is actually to read 50 books, but I know myself and I just go over it really quickly. Last year I had a goal of 20 books and I ended up reading 40, so I wanted to have a little more space on the bookshelves that I drew, so I can always add them if I want to. And this gives me a little extra challenge to just keep reading this year. I made the shelves themselves with a brown Posca pen. I thought it looked really cool because of the Posca, it just looks like it's just standing out on the page a little bit more. And I thought it looked cool. So I read a whole lot this year. Like really much, and normally I use Goodreads to track things, but I wanted to have a physical medium to just keep track of how much books I read and the pages I read and just stuff like that. The next page is a physical TBR because I have really many books here on my bookshelves that I haven't read yet. Like a lot, maybe nearing 50 or something. And I thought it was cool to just write them down here. Every time that I know that I want to read a book, that I have to read a book that I already own instead of buying new ones. I wanted to keep track of the title, the author, the pages in the book, if I read them or not, if someone gifted them to me or if I bought them myself, and the rating after I read them. For the next page I made a YouTube tracker. I know I'm really small on YouTube, my YouTube channel is like tiny, but I thought it was cool to just show my growth, you know? Just every first of the month I would write down my subscriber count, and every last day of the month I would do that too, so I can see how many subscribers I gained or lost every month. And I think that's really cool. So, for my January spread, I actually wanted to give the feel that it was like a vintage book, because I thought it would look really cool with the whole reading journal thing. So, like every month would be the next chapter. So for January, it is chapter 1. I wanted to create that Art Deco theme again with my gold Posca pen. I thought it looked like kind of the book plate, or I don't know if you call it that, but I don't know, I will put it on the screen if I actually find out how you call that. The quote that I actually found on Pinterest. It is, "Reading is dreaming with open eyes." And I don't know if it wasn't credited to anyone, so if you do know who it's by, then please comment down below, because I don't know and I would love to credit the person. So I actually decided to use red in my January spread, because I looked up every birthstone for the months, and for the month January it's the birthstone Garnet, if I'm correct, and that's like a dark red. So I got a Crayola Supertip in the color that matched that. Underneath January, I actually got a monthly review, so how many books I read that month, how many pages, and my average rating for that month. I thought it would look cool to just keep track of that every month. For the next spread, I wanted to create a habit tracker, so I got the silhouette of the month January 12 times. I really don't know why I did 12 times, because I don't know 12 habits to track, but I don't know, I will fill them in later. I still don't have 12 yet, so I hope I will get there. But you can write down anything, so I wrote down read, drink water, just all sorts of stuff, like work out. And above it, I wanted to make some sort of vintage header. I don't know, I think it looks really cool actually. I'm really proud of this tracker actually. I think it looks really cool. The next page is a page tracker, so I can write down how many pages I read every day. I thought it would be pretty cool to just track that. I don't know why, I just think that's really interesting. So above I wrote 50, 100, 150 and so on until 450, so I can kind of draw a line to how many pages I read that day. And for the last spread, I wanted to make a January book spread, so I can write down every book that I read that month and just give my rating and maybe some bullet points or what I thought on the book, or maybe a quote that I liked. I really like this. I saw this from the book Leo and I thought it was a really cool idea, so I wanted to make this my own, but I'll tag her name down below. So for the final flip through, I just wanted to show everything that I made so far. I really think that reading has helped me a lot this year, or the previous year, 2020. It really helped me to just stay on with things. I mean, it's not really being productive, because reading isn't really some productive thing to do, but I think it really helped me with my mental health. And I'm actually really proud of how this worked out. It's kind of my first bullet journal that I really take seriously, and I think it looks pretty cool. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye!